All right, polynomial review for our test. Here we go. It says find the degree of each polynomial. Now remember, the degree of the polynomial is the largest degree. So this has a degree of 1. That has a degree of 4. This one is a degree of 2. So remember when we did this, 1, 4, 2, and 3. Well, the largest degree is 4. This one has a degree. You have to take that squared. So your degree of this term is 2 plus 4, which is 6. Okay, find the degree of this polynomial. This is a degree of 2. This is a degree that has a 1, so 1 plus 3 is 4. And this has a degree of 3. So your degree of this polynomial is 4. Remember, it's always just the largest degree. This is a degree of 1 because there's a 1 exponent. This one you have a degree of 2 and 8, so the answer is 8. Now this one you have to add them together. This is 4. This is 3 because 1 plus 2 is 3. And this is 3 plus 2, which is 5. So the degree of that polynomial is 5. Arrange the terms of each polynomial so that the powers of x are in descending order. So descending order means to go from high to low. All right? So here, remember our numbers, we always consider them a 0 degree. This one has a degree of 2, this one a degree of 4, and this one a degree of 3. So descending order, we start with the largest one. Now remember, the sign in front always goes. So we have x to the 4th plus 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5. And that is how you order a polynomial. Okay, number 8. Remember, this is 0, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to start with our 3, which gives us 3x cubed. And then this one is going to be minus x squared because this is our degree. Remember, here's 3. I should do this for us. 2, 1, and 0. And then we're going to go to the 1 plus 4x. And then we say minus 3. Remember, the sign always, cut that off there. Remember, the sign always stays in front. Number 9. This degree is 6. This one is 4. This one is 4. And this one is 3. Well, it's already in order. So your answer is the exact problem. 6, 4, 4, and 3. Okay. Now we're going to do find each sum or difference. So I'm actually going to get a separate sheet of paper so that I can do the work here. So number 10, 2x plus 3y. Now this is plus, so I'm going to add, and I have to line up like terms. 4x plus, whoopsie, that's a 9. I always have to have my whiteout handy here. 9y. Now we're just going to add vertical. 2 plus 4, 6. So 6x plus 9 plus 3 is 12y. So your answer is 6x plus 12y. Number 11. 5a plus 9b minus 2a plus 4b. On this one, I actually should have wrote this different, so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that. I'm going to scratch this. 5a plus 9b minus 2a plus 4b. Now remember, we did keep, change, change. So we're going to keep this, change this, and change the sign of all of these, which makes that a negative. So we actually have 5a plus 9b plus negative 2a minus 4b. So 5 minus 2 is going to give us a 3a. And 9 plus a negative 4 gives us a positive 5b. So your answer here is 3a plus 5b. All right, number 12. Now they already lined it up for us, so we'll just use the paper that we have here. So we have a squared plus 4a squared. Now remember, y'all, there's that little 1 in front. So this actually gives us 5a squared. And then you have a 1ab plus a negative ab. Well, that cancels each other out. You won't have an ab term. And now you have a negative 3b squared plus a b squared. Now remember, that's a 1 right there. So that's going to be a negative 2b squared. All right, number 13. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep this sign. Change, change. This is now a negative and this is a negative. Okay. So I have 6e squared plus a positive 2e squared, which gives me 5e squared. Then I have a negative e plus a negative 3e, negative 4e. And then I have a negative 7 plus a negative 4, which gives me a negative 11. It might be easier to see if you write it out to the side. So here, let me do a little squiggly line. 5e squared minus e minus 7 plus I had 2e squared minus 3e minus 4. So this is actually the problem I just worked to get this. All right. Number 14. Now remember, if I go too fast on the video, just pause it and go back. All right. Number 14 here. We have d squared minus d plus 5 minus, now remember, we have to line these up. So this is 2d plus 5. Now, since this is a subtraction, we have to do keep, change, change. So this problem actually is keep, change, like that, a negative. And we're going to, I'm just going to actually wipe this out and make this a negative. All right, so here we go. There isn't anything to add to d squared, so it's just d squared. Negative 1 plus negative 2 is negative 3d. And then a 5 plus a negative 5 is nothing. So the answer is d squared minus 3d. Number 15, we have another subtraction problem. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, let's write it out this way. I'm trying to do it a couple of different ways here so that you can see how we can do this. 2c squared d squared plus 3cd minus 1. And what you can do is you can go ahead and do your keep, change. So this becomes a positive, change that. That becomes a negative, that becomes a positive. So now when we rewrite it, it makes more sense. And I was going to put my minus 9 over here because I see I have another term here. So I'm going to add negative 2c squared d squared, because remember, my variables and my exponents match. I have a minus 3cd and a plus 1. 5 plus negative 2 is 3. You leave your coefficients and your, not your coefficients, you leave your variable and your exponents the same when you're adding and subtracting. There's nothing to go with this term, so we bring that down. And negative 9 plus 1 is a negative 8. So your answer for number 15 is 3c squared d squared minus 3cd minus 8. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'll stop the video and we'll do a part 2. All right. So this one is the same thing. We're still adding. So number 1, x squared minus 2x plus 5 plus 3x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now remember, we have that coefficient of 1 up front. So you have 4x squared. Negative 2 plus 4 is going to be plus 2x. And 5 plus 3 is plus 8. So your answer is 4x squared plus 2x plus 8. Okay, so let's do one more. I'm going to go ahead and do my keep, change, change here. So we keep, change, 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 and now this becomes a negative. So I have a squared minus 4a minus 6 plus a squared plus 7a minus 6. So remember, you have a 1 in front. So 1 plus 1, 2a squared. Negative 4 plus 7 is plus 3a. And negative 6 plus negative 6 is negative 12. So your answer is 2a squared plus 3a minus 12.